welcome to Pakistan Today News from our El New York studio. I'm Victoria Lane. We begin with a strong message from the Supreme Court of Pakistan, which has sharply criticized the Federal Board of Revenue for filing what it described as frivolous and repetitive cases without proper legal scrutiny. The court warned that this practice is clogging judicial dockets and wasting valuable court time. A bench led by Justice Naeem Akhtar Afghan directed the FBR to establish independent review committees, including retired judges and tax experts, to assess cases before approaching higher courts. The bench observed that pursuing appeals on already settled questions of law undermines constitutional principles and delays justice for urgent criminal and civil cases. The Apex Court also urged internal accountability and more careful legal review to prevent such litigation in the future. Moving on, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf leaders staged an overnight protest outside Adiala jail after being denied access to meet PTI founder and former Prime Minister Imran Khan. Among those leading the sit-in were Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Chief Minister Sohail Afridi and Party Secretary General Salman Akram Raja. They are demanding that Imran Khan be allowed meetings with his family, personal doctors, and legal team, and have criticized authorities for transferring him to a hospital without informing his family. Afridi described the situation as medical terrorism and said the protest would continue until their demands are met. Government officials, however, maintain that Imran Khan's health is stable following the medical procedure. For more on this, we're joined by our correspondent Sarah William in Islamabad.
The protest outside Adiala jail remained peaceful overnight, with PTI leaders vowing to maintain pressure on authorities. She says the party is calling for greater transparency regarding Imran Khan's medical treatment and detention conditions. Officials insist all procedures were conducted in line with medical advice and security protocols. Meanwhile, political analysts warn the standoff could further heighten political tensions if dialogue does not resume soon.
Thank you, Sarah. Turning now to the economy, the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa government has appealed to the federal government for urgent assistance following a prolonged closure of trade at the Pakistan-Afghanistan border. Officials say the suspension of cross-border commerce since October has led to a 53% drop in provincial revenue. Infrastructure development cess collections have fallen from Rs 7.42 billion to Rs 3.48 billion in the current fiscal year, placing significant financial strain on the province. KP authorities have formed a revenue review committee and are seeking a high-level meeting with federal stakeholders to address stranded consignments, stalled payments, and broader economic challenges. They warn continued disruption could slow economic activity and worsen liquidity pressures in the region. In aviation news, direct air connectivity between Pakistan and Bangladesh has been restored after a 14-year gap. A Biman Bangladesh Airlines flight from Dhaka landed at Karachi's Jinnah International Airport on Thursday night and was welcomed with a traditional water cannon salute. The twice-weekly service under the winter schedule is being described as a historic milestone, expected to boost tourism, trade, and people-to-people ties. Officials in Islamabad and Dhaka say the move reflects warming relations after years of strained ties and prolonged negotiations. As Lahore prepares for the Basant Festival starting February 6th, vendors and kite-flying enthusiasts are facing serious supply bottlenecks. Shortages of kites, strings, and spools persist, while delays in the online permit system are slowing licensed sales and imports. Traders fear price hikes and limited availability could dampen celebrations. Confusion over song bans and mixed official messaging has added to the controversy. Industry representatives and the Kite Flying Association are urging authorities to activate the permit system urgently to ensure a successful return of Basant. On the health front, the World Health Organization says the risk of the Nipah virus spreading beyond India remains low despite confirmed cases in West Bengal. The WHO has advised that no travel or trade restrictions are necessary at this stage. 2 infections were identified among healthcare workers, with extensive contact tracing showing no wider spread. Several Asian countries, including Pakistan, have increased health screening at airports and border crossings as a precaution. Health officials stress vigilance and early detection, noting that Nipah is a deadly virus with a high fatality rate and no available vaccine. And finally, in sports, Pakistan have taken an early lead in their 3-match T20I series against Australia with a convincing 22-run victory in Lahore. All-rounder Saim Ayub starred with both bat and ball, scoring a rapid 40 off 22 deliveries and taking 2 key wickets. Pakistan posted 168 for 8, before restricting Australia to 146 for 8. Salman Agha added a valuable 39 runs, while the spinners shared the bowling honors. The win gives Pakistan momentum as both teams fine-tune their squads ahead of the upcoming ICC T20 World Cup. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Victoria Lane.